My name is Siamak, welcome back to my channel. Well, as you might know, I'm a family doctor here in the Netherlands, and I don't talk about my work so much, but now we have to. And as you might hear, I'm not really 100%. What happened? Well, last week I went to London for the European Family Medicine Congress, and well, it was great. I got to see my friends from abroad, where I hadn't seen face to face for almost 3 years, I think. So that was great, and we had some good time together about medical topics, of course, but also about just catching up and chilling and I also had a yoga session with the well-being special interest group I'm part of. That was really great, and we met some new people who are interested in joining our group. And besides of that, we also had some time for leisure, for dinner together, and for partying during the evening. Although I didn't party that much, but I did party one night, and I'm afraid that took its price. The Congress was from Monday till Friday, and Friday when I was at the airport I started to get a sore throat. So I thought, oh, it's probably nothing. I didn't sleep enough and I'm a bit tired, so I probably just got a normal virus, right? But yeah, as I got home I started to get some more symptoms, and well, I hoped, of course, it would wear off the next day. That Saturday when I woke up, I think I had a fever and I was feeling really tired and had flu-like symptoms. So I decided to do a self-test, a quick test at home. And unfortunately it was positive for the first time in my case. And I was really surprised, and I was sure the test was wrong. So there's the denial. I hope that PCR test would prove me wrong. I mean, prove the test wrong. But yeah, it happened that PCR test tested positive as well. At that time, at that moment, I got angry. My wife got angry as well. She was like, how could you be so irresponsible and party out in London and take a huge risk and bring COVID back home? And I felt guilty about that. But then I realized, oh wait, I have some night shifts in the weekend and I gotta get rid of those. So I started to look for options, and I first tried to negotiate with the out of health service to see whether I could still work wearing some protection, but of course that was not possible. They had strict protocols for this situation, and that meant I needed to find a replacement and stay at home in quarantine and recover. So I reached out for a good friend of mine, and luckily he could help me out with taking over my night shifts. So that was good, and then I could focus on resting and trying to recover. Both days of the weekend I was pretty sick. I had fever and I had to stay in bed a lot. But Monday I started to feel a bit better. So I was happy at first. I thought, oh well, after 2 years of working at the front lines, it was inevitable. In the end I had to get COVID, so let's face it and let's put it behind me. It was done and I could move forward. But then my wife started to feel bad. She had already some little symptoms a few days, but she also started getting fever and being more tired, and so I decided to do her another self-test. Before it was negative, but Monday it turned positive. So again, the whole cycle began again. She was angry, I was angry, and she also confirmed it by a PCR. And now she is laying in bed for the third day because she is really sick. She's been nauseous the whole day, vomiting, having diarrhea, and she can't keep any food inside her. So she weakened a lot. And I was angry at her because she decided not to vaccinate herself last 2 years. And now I see the difference. I recovered in a few days, although my voice is still off and I'm not 100%, but I can go to work tomorrow. But she is really, really in a bad spot. And of course you can't change the past, but looking at this situation, nobody would have preferred this. So now I realize that the decision of going or not going for a vaccination is really important, and that you should also consider it with your spouse, because it affects both of you. When you are really ill, of course you can't go to work, but you can't also take care of yourself when it's really bad, and you depend on your spouse, on your family, on your close relatives. So I think you should be on the same line, on the same frequency, because now I realize that because she's so ill, I need to be there for her, of course. Last few days were really tough. I had to take care of her and of our baby son. Well, Rumi is not a baby anymore, but he's one. But still, it was hectic. Luckily, my sister Sonia also just had COVID. Not from me, but she went to a concert last weekend. But she just recovered, and now she can also help us out with taking care of Rumi. So we have that, but the other family members are at risk, so we don't want them to come here. And now I realize that COVID is a monster. You don't want it inside of your home, and you don't want your loved ones to become ill and have so much pain and be in distress and discomfort. Nobody wants that, and nobody wants to, be drained and be an empty barrel the whole time. Well, I really hope that she will recover soon, and that we can really put this behind us. And I hope that with this experience we can convince other family members who haven't vaccinated yet to do so. And I would urge you guys also to reconsider it if you haven't done it so far. Vaccination is proven to be successful, and of course it might have some side effects, but nothing compares to the days of sickness you will face if you get COVID. So please reconsider it, and don't be foolish. Just take your vaccinations, and of course when you know that you're doing something that is a bit risky, like you're going to a congress maybe, please take precautions. And yeah, thank you for listening to this video. I am wondering, did you guys have COVID? Please share your experiences in the comment section. Have you learned anything valuable from COVID? How can we put this pandemic behind us? I hope that in a few years we will look back and realize what strange years we faced. Alright guys, thank you for your attention, and please share your experience and like this video, share it if you want, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.